Back today, we had a banger trade, and let's just get right into it. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet for you guys. But we took a long. My whole idea from this morning was I was pretty bullish. We had a lot of kind of just like trend line stuff up here that I was focused on, as well as this 50% of like the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So there was definitely a lot of buy targets that I wanted to see us deliver to today. We didn't actually get like bottom or low of day reversal move, but we got a nice rebalance. Yeah, basically I was just waiting for like coming to market open. I was just waiting. Like I was like, okay, well, we swept this sell side here. There was an SMT at the lows, like on the hourly. And I was just waiting to see like, okay, are we gonna just like flat out reverse here? So I probably would have like either entered off of this 5 minute, or if it like closed kind of too far away, I would have waited for like a retracement and then a long entry. Or like what we actually did, which was bounce out of this 5 minute and this 15 minute right here. Boink. Or we didn't actually touch the 15 minute, but we created a 15 minute there, and then bounce out of this 5 minute, came back down, reswept the lows, which is perfect A plus. Like I love when we rebalance and then come back down, sweep the low that we just created, sweeping the higher time frame low, and then we get delivery up, right? Because then at least we have like some internal buy side to target, as well as like the external for runners and whatnot. So we ended up creating equal highs here, but these were taken out later in the day. But yeah, so my entry model was this 1 minute. The 1 minute didn't get fully closed over, but I didn't enter off of this candle. But I also knew that like, okay, this is probably because this candle shot up super fast, like right as it was about to close, it shot up super fast, which was a huge indicator for me. Like, okay, this might be one of those times where I'm not gonna get like the cleanest entry. Like it's not gonna perfectly close like right over for me, you know. But I knew like getting this type of rejection and momentum at the end of the macro, and in the direction of my bias, you know, I had this. There was an unmitigated 5 minute here, right here, for break even, as well as I think that's where I scaled. Yeah, right here. Or I didn't scale here, but I went break even here. I scaled 4 of my 5 contracts here, at this internal high right here, and then I left one runner and just kind of trailed my stop, and I was able to catch a couple extra bucks on that one contract. But yeah, overall super clean trade. I love this setup. The only thing that could have made this any better was if we were bouncing out of some sort of like higher time frame PD array over here, but instead we were bouncing off this wick, which I prefer to bounce off PD arrays or like for value gaps and stuff. But you know, a wick will do the job just fine. And other than that, yeah, I honestly thought this was gonna be the move, because ES had already swept out this low. So there's an SMT down here. But it looks like we just kind of like, I don't even know what we were targeting. We just kind of created a lower low of day, and then I went up almost all the way back up to this midnight open that I had marked out. But we swept all this buy side that I had and created quite the higher time frame V shape here. So definitely market maker buy model. You know, it looks like I guess it was just this low that we wanted, because we had like a sweep, then kind of a little bit of a rebound, then a resweep, and then we got delivery again. So yeah, you could have entered off. I already went and checked, but you could have entered off like this retrace to this 15 minute right here, or this retrace right here. Both were fine. I guess you could have entered off of this one as well, but this one was a little bit higher in the range, so definitely would have been better to get in a little bit lower. But yeah, like right here we had this sweep right here, boom, and then you could have taken the highest time frame or whatever you wanted really of this. So maybe this 3-minute right here, boop, boop, target, probably target this internal structure, like maybe here, and then stop below the candle. I'd probably put it below halfway point of the wick right there, like that. And then same goes for this one. Looks like we don't have a 3-minute, don't have a 5-minute, we have a 2-minute right here. So you could have taken this one as well, right here, boom, break even at this high, and probably scale there, maybe, I don't know. And then I would have targeted maybe like this high here, or if we had some like unmitigated 5 minutes, no, unmitigated 15 minutes. Yeah, unmitigated 15-minute right here, perfect target. You could have targeted just entering it or consequent encroachment of that. Both would have worked out really well. So there were definitely plays later, but once again, I'm in Japan and it was already like past midnight here when I ended up taking my trade. It was, what time did I take this? 10:05. So that was literally 12:05 for me when I entered, and I exited around like 12:20. So I was getting pretty tired. My girlfriend was asleep already, so I wanted to get to bed. So, but yeah, overall A+ trade. Really happy with my patience as well. There were a couple times, I'm not gonna lie, there were a couple times when I felt tempted to just like enter on shit. Like before we even rebalanced, or like while we were rebalancing, I was like, well, should I just take like a 2-minute here, like this 2-minute, like should I just take this and like have faith that we're gonna inverse? Or but I didn't. I held myself down and I waited for what I wanted to see, which was exactly this. Rebalance, sweep the low we just generated in macro, get delivery, perfect A+. I absolutely love trades like this. And then yeah, just target, internal liquidity or unmitigated gaps or higher time frame LR up here. And yeah, pretty good stuff. I'm happy with it. Happy with my performance this week. Other than Tuesday. Tuesday was the first day on the funded, and we were dealing with some nerves and stuff. But yeah, other than that, that's really all I got. Oh, I guess I'll show you executions if you're interested in that. I always forget to show them, but you can see 24,946, 24,946 right there is where I entered, right here. And then I took 4 of 5 contracts off at 24,992, 24,992 right here. Perfect. And then I was trying to leave a runner just as far as it would go, really. I was just trailing my stop, and we got stopped out at 25,013. So 25,013 right here. So it was really like 65 points instead. But yeah, super clean trade. Happy with it. And yeah, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Good week. Ending the week up. Banger Friday. We are at almost $700 on the account now. And yeah, I mean, it's not the 1,500 that I would have liked to have made, but again, we didn't have Monday, and we also didn't have Monday was a super clean day. Let me try to remember, what was Monday? What was the trade we took on Monday? Let me see here. November, Monday. Boom. Yeah, so had we taken this trade on Monday, we would have been up another, how many points was this? Like 128 to almost 150. So it was about 30 points ish. So we would have been up like another like maybe $300, $350 or so. So we would have been at 1,000, which would have been closer to 1,500. And then Tuesday we took a loss. Wednesday we took two small wins: Asia session win for $150, and then a New York session win for $150. Dude, this shit is so annoying. And then Thursday, yesterday, we had a break-even day. So I mean, we basically had only 2 green days this week on the funded, and we still managed to get close to half of 1,500, which I think is pretty good. If we had Monday, we'd be at 1,000, and if we hadn't lost Tuesday, who knows, maybe we would be closer to 1,500. So definitely achievable. Super stoked. Just got to keep grinding, focus on the process. I try not to focus on just like the numbers as much as I can. I try not to be impatient, and it's just a matter of getting better at mastering those emotions and mastering just experience. Honestly, experience with myself, with my own mind, and experience using that on the chart, and then we'll grow and continue further as time goes. So super stoked. It's nice to honestly have a good first week on the funded. Coming into the funded, I was pretty nervous. I mean, I just hate losing. So I hate like making myself lose time and lose focus and lose progress. So I'm just glad I can kind of decompress this weekend, kind of relax, and then next week, hopefully we can continue this streak. Honestly, trading fairly well. So I'm happy with myself. Just got to keep it going. Stay diligent. And all in due time, right? So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys had a good week. Have a good weekend. And again, you can join the Discord if you want. Follow me on Instagram. Both of those links are in my bio. And I will see you on Monday. All right. Take care, guys. Peace out.